as well as it is important for us to understand what are the things that students liked and what are the things that students didn't like. Okay, make sure that you are on mute in case you're not asking a question or answering. uh, you can always unmute and answer the question. You can put the button of raise your hand and answer, or you can type in the chat box also. I'm okay with all the ways. The most important part is all of you must be taken. Hello, let's quickly let me start this session by asking you a very basic question. And this question would be more, guys, there is a lot of echo coming from somebody's microphone. Yeah, thank you. So there is a very basic question that I asked to all the students. The jobs that you guys are students right now, you would be going into jobs maybe a couple of years down the line, 1 year, 2 year down the line. What do you think about jobs? Job should be for, and I mean, job should be, you should be doing something in life because you love doing it, or just because कि यार पैसा कैसे कमाएंगे, घर भी मतलब I have to run my family, I have to give money to my parents also, I have to save for my future vacations and everything also. So should job be for that purpose कि सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है? You should be working for that only, or you should be working because you love doing whatever you are doing. What do you, I mean, in general, what do you choose? What should you choose for long-term happiness or long-term uh, success in life?
Excuse me. Yes, sir. This is Animesh.
Yeah,
So
anyway.
I think the job that we should be choosing should be a mix of both. Because if we are passionate about something and it is not giving us enough return, then there will be unhappiness at a certain point in life.
Hmm.
So we need to see that the job is giving us enough job satisfaction. It is
Hmm.
adding value to our life, and also we are getting enough returns
Enough
to
return.
sustain.
Correct, correct. That's a good answer. That's a very well balanced answer, I would say. Anyone else who wants to try this? There are बहुत सारे लोग and there are so many people. 86 people, नहीं 85 तो one तो मैं ही हूँ. 85 people.
Yes, sir, I am Srish, and actually, I have developed quite a lot of passion in stocks, in investing as well as trading, and I do think that this will be, my long-term career option.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So I think that with that point, I think Shresh, it is very important that you have chosen something which you have interest in. The very basic problem that we have in our society is that we have been brought up, and at least in my generation, we were brought up कि either engineering कर लो or MBA, engineering or medical. There was no other career option available. And stock trading and all तो ये तो पता भी नहीं होता था. Parents को ही नहीं पता होता था. So how would we know? But now things have become quite, I mean, you guys have a lot of exposure. You guys have access to a lot of information. My suggestion is that I agree with Animesh's point that it should be a mix of both. My suggestion is always develop a skill with which money should not be a problem. कि यार पैसा तो anyways we will earn. For example, stock trading is one such skill that if I know decently how to do stock trading, I can easily make 30-40,000 rupees a month with minimal risk. Without taking very aggressive bets, I can easily make 30-40,000 a month. And that is the kind of skill that कि अगर job नहीं भी है ना, job I'm doing because I love doing that. And obviously, if you love doing something and you're doing that, you will succeed in it. You have a skill which will anyways help you in your life. Ki money is not an issue. For example, if I give you my example, I know stock trading. Money is not an issue कि जिसके लिए I have to work. I'm working because I love. It's a Sunday. I could have just spent time with my family, but I love interacting with students. Okay? Because money is not the issue. Money is कि stock trading से I will make money. So that is one skill which helps everyone. In every one of you should have one such skill. It can be any skill. Stock trading is just one of them. It can be any such skill. So what can we learn in stock trading? There are a lot of things we can learn about stocks, general stock trading, intraday trading. We can learn about how to identify. There's something called value investing. In value investing, you identify undervalued stocks with and the stocks which are undervalued, but companies are really good. You invest money in them, and in long term, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you start getting good returns. So what then you come, then there comes derivatives trading, commodities, forex. There are a lot of ways in which you can do it. Then comes the question, why do we do trading? One, it's a additional source of earning money, and you can also earn passive income. Job bhi chal raha hai saath mein, you keep doing some sort of this stock trading, stock investing, derivatives trading. It's a passive income that you will keep on earning, and you will keep on building your skills. So very important. And where I already answered that there are a lot of ways in which you can invest. There are a lot of strategies of investing, BTST, then you can go for intraday, then you can go for this, what was the key, what was the word where, the BTST, then this intraday trading. You can apply a lot of ways in which you can do trading. Now, let us understand, some of you understand about trading, stock trading and all. Swing trading. The word was skipping my mind. Swing trade. You can do that. So those of you who are really new to this, okay, so Amit has a question, sir. Investment stock in better than FD to tackle inflation. That's why we should. Obviously, Amit. Acha, chalo, let me ask you guys a question. Recently, a guy from LIC reached out to me, and this is a fun question. You guys just have to think about it. Guy reached out to me and said, dude, you invest, this is a policy, very famous, Jeevan Umang, something like that policy. And he said, you have to invest 15,000 rupees for a month. Every month you have to invest 15,000 rupees in this policy for 15 years. And then throughout your life, you will get 15,000 rupees from LIC every month. Does this sound like a good idea to invest? Why or why not? अभी मुझे सिर्फ 15 साल तक 15 years तक I have to pay them, and after the 50 100 साल जितना भी जीऊं, every month they will keep on giving me 15,000 rupees. Does it sound like a good idea?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So this is basically a ULIP which he's selling you. So the return on investment obviously doesn't sound well enough, because we are not taking inflation into account. We're not taking numerous factors. We're not taking the currency change, the changes in geography, demographics, anything into consideration. This is just a 15,000 bucks that he's guaranteeing you. We do not know how we are valuing the money after 15 years of investment.
Correct. Bigger question is it even if I invest the same money, 15,000 rupees every month in some other alternate mode of investment, can I somehow make more money in future? I did a very basic calculation. 15,000 per month is 1,80,000 1 year. In 15 years, it becomes 27,000, 27 lakh rupees, sorry. 27 lakh rupees I'm giving to him in 15 years. At the end of 15 years, my 27 lakh has vanished. And he's saying he will keep on giving me 15,000 rupees per month. I thought, here 27 lakh ki agar main FD bhi karata hu, so I will easily get how much? 27 lakh 6% would be 25, 20, 162, 164, 1,64,000 per year. Without doing anything, अच्छा नहीं, उस पे interest भी तो मिलेगा ना. If I, instead of giving that money to him, I keep on putting that money in a simple FD. At the end of 15 years, that 15,000 per month which I'm giving would become 40 lakhs. 40 lakhs pay, if I just stop after 15 years, और उसके बाद I just put it there in FD, 40 lakhs ka every year, even at 6%, I will get 40 into 6, 2,40,000 rupees. 2,40,000 I will get every year. 2,40,000 is how much? In per month would be around 20,000. So this guy is giving me 15,000. Even I put this in basic FD, I will get 20,000. What's the point of giving that money to this guy? So the point which I'm trying to make is it's very important to learn about what to do with money, because people are out there to fool you. And companies like LIC, they are LIC or any such companies, they are profit-making companies. They are not a charitable institute that they are giving something good to you. They are always looking for their own benefits. So very important point to note, why we should learn all about this trading, investing, why we should learn about how to handle our money, because there are people who are out there to make fool of you. And if you don't have knowledge, then you will get fooled. Just like what happens when you go to a hospital, doctors can very easily fool you because you don't know anything about it. Similarly, for your investment, people will come up with lots of schemes, and they will fool you. They will give you, they will make you, so I mean, they will try to convince you in so many ways that you will take those policies. मैं भी हुआ था जब पहले नहीं आता था ना ये सब समझ, तो मैंने भी 2-3 LIC पॉलिसीज ली थी, बड़ा अच्छा लगा था, अरे यार पूरी लाइफ आते रहेंगे 15,000. But once we started analyzing the numbers, these are profit making companies which are making fool of you. So we should know all this stuff. ठीक है, अब सबसे पहले ये समझते हैं आज के उसमें, I wanted to cover a few things about stocks and technical analysis, basics of it. So let me just start with, so Hema has a question. Sir, please tell me up to how much a housewife can earn in the share market to file a return, and also the best SIP at present, and we can purchase it without approaching the agent. So SIP के लिए तो any day never go to any agent. Buy mutual funds through your Demat account. Two reasons. One, it is hassle free. कुछ ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाना. You can do very good analysis which mutual fund is best for you. And second is always buy it from Demat account because it's more secure. कोई documentation वगैरह, you don't have to worry all about that. And the claim is also very easy. If you want to withdraw the money, it's very easy. You don't have to go to any agent and all. So make sure that you buy any mutual fund through your Demat account only. Okay, please tell me how much a housewife can earn in share market. In share market, file the return. See, return though you can file for any amount, Hema. You don't need to you don't need to have a minimum amount. But short-term capital gain and LTCG taxes, for if you are investing in something and you're getting money within 1 year, then you have to pay 50. I think short-term right now is 15% and long-term capital gain tax is 10%. So that you have to pay. Rahul has asked a question, what is the difference between mutual funds and ETFs? थोड़ा सा difference होता है mutual funds and ETFs में. Maybe I'll take this question at the end of the session because it will, it's a bit off the topic which we are trying to cover today. So Rushil, I'll take this question at the end of session. From 3 to 3:15, we'll have a quick question and answer. You can ask any questions, but by till 3, let me cover a few things which I want to cover. Okay. Now coming to the stock prices. Now we see stock prices. How are these stock prices determined? Stock prices are just like any other commodity. They are dependent on demand and supply. Basically, demand, how many stocks are there, how many people are willing to sell the stock, and how many people are willing to buy the stocks. Plus, what drives these two things? The stock prices are determined by these two, the demand and the supply. But what drives these two? These two are driven by news, sentiment in market, intrinsic value of the company, which is fundamental analysis, and the cash flows of the company, which help company in expanding its businesses, becoming more stronger. I mean, in acquisitions, expanding into new markets, launching new products. If the company does not have good free cash flow, they cannot do it. And when company launches something new, it increases the demand of the stocks of that company. Okay, so Siddhant has a question, intrinsic value. Intrinsic value basically means that how strong the company is. if I have to compare two companies, let's say Infosys and maybe a very small company like, let's say Happiest Mind Technologies, very two different companies of IT sector, but size wise, they're very different. Which one of these two companies is better intrinsically or better as far as the financials of the company are concerned? That is what intrinsic value is. We have a program which is about stock, the fundamental analysis. So maybe someday we'll organize a workshop on that as well. But the stock prices are determined by these things. You might have heard this news that Cristiano Ronaldo took a bottle of Coca-Cola and put it aside and said, I want water. And because of that, the stock prices of Coca-Cola fell in US stock market. That's news. Some negative news came and people quickly started selling the stocks. People became panicked. Yeah, something bad is going to happen now. Let me sell my stocks. And when the supply goes up, the prices go down. Okay. So the higher the demand, the higher the prices will be. The higher the supply, the lesser the prices will be. This is same for every commodity, and this is same for stocks. This is same for derivatives. This is same for ETFs. This is same for even this is same for forex, commodities. This is same for even for gold. The demand of gold rises, the prices of gold rise. Okay, this process, this is same with stocks also. Now, as a wise trader or investor, what we do is we analyze when is the demand going to be high, when is the supply going to be high. And that is what we do in technical analysis. Okay. Okay. Now, let me quickly ask you guys a question. I want a volunteer. Anybody who wants to volunteer for a very quick, fun exercise. Okay, Shresht. Let's take Shresht raised his hand. We'll do with Shresht. Okay, Shresht. On your screen, you're seeing a situation. Let's say you have a apple garden. Okay, and this year the harvest was really good. There were lots of apples that your trees in your garden have given. You decide to sell the apples in the market and you take all those apples. Somehow you reached the market late and market is closed. Now a guy comes to you and says, hey dude, I think you have lots of apples, but the market is closed. I will buy these apples from you. The last price at which apples were selling in market was 20. I will give you 25 per apple. There is no other information available with you. Will you sell the apples?
Probably yes.
Okay. Let's say you sold those apples and then you were very happy. You came, then you suddenly saw me and you said, Arpit sir, I had this, I made a very good deal. The last price in the market was 20 and I sold it at 25. Okay. So, एक second, sorry. Then I tell you, dude, the deal is good, but the apples were selling at highest that the apples were selling in the market was 40 rupees per apple, and you sold it at 25. Do you think you took a good decision to sell it at 25, or do you want to change your decision?
अब तो बेच दिए ना सर, अब थोड़ी दिन
नहीं चलो कैंसिल कर दो, जाके झगड़ा कर लिया उससे कि नहीं बेच रहे, कुछ नहीं हो रहा, नहीं दे रहा मैं तुम्हें अपने एप्पल्स. डू यू वांट टू चेंज इट?
सर फिर तो करेंगे अगर मार्केट में ज्यादा प्राइस.
ठीक है चलो. सो यू डिसाइडेड, गए उसके पास, यू सेड कि यार क्या बेवकूफ बना रहे हो मुझको, ये ऐसे होता है, 40 का रेट था, हाईएस्ट या 40, तुम मुझे 25 में बेच रहे हो, मेरे से 25 में नहीं दे, बेचना नहीं, मुझे नहीं देना तुम्हें. So this guy said, okay, sir, you don't want to sell, ठीक है जाओ. But the lowest at which the price, the apples were selling was 15. If you want, you can ask anybody. Market में आज बहुत fluctuation था. Apples were selling at the lowest they were selling was at 15. I'm still willing to give it to you at 25. अब do you want to change? Do you want to still sell? You know कि closing was 40. Lowest was 50, closing was 20, lowest was 15, highest was 40. Do you want to sell or do you want to not sell.
सर वो तो फिर मतलब वही है ना कि अगर सिर्फ एक ही हमारे पास बायर है उसको बेचना है तो बेचना ही पड़ेगा। अगर और भी बायर्स हैं तो प्राइस देखेंगे क्या चल रहा है।
ठीक है चलो, सो अब और भी बायर्स हैं तो आई गिव यू फर्दर इंफॉर्मेशन। यार सुबह सुबह जो मार्केट ओपन हुई थी तो आज 30 पे ओपन हुई थी। Probably you can come back tomorrow and try if it opens, if you can sell it at a higher price. So what I wanted to establish with this fact with this was, in stock trading there are 4 prices: opening price, closing price, highest price, and lowest price. These 4 prices in a particular time period, it can be 1 minute, it can be 5 minutes, it can be 15 minutes, it can be 1 hour, 1 day. It can be any time period. When we have to take decisions of stocks or in any sort of trade, we must understand, we have to take into consideration all the 4 prices. Trading works on these 4 prices. With these 4 prices, we are able to take a decision whether we have to buy or not buy. Okay? With these, I think Shresth would be able to take a decision. Shresth, what do you say? With this information, do you think you should take a chance and come back tomorrow and try to sell at a higher price, or do you want to sell it right now at 25 rupees?
सर अब मतलब जिस हिसाब से वॉलिटिलिटी है 25 की बेच देंगे।
हाँ ठीक है, see again it's all about your decision. अभी if you see कि हाँ 25 पे it's good, let me sell it at 25, so we'll sell at 25 and we'll get a good margin. कि 20 पे बिक रहा था last, we sold at 25. If we have a bit of risk taking or risk taking, we can hold it. We'll come back tomorrow and see if the prices increase or not. We'll come back tomorrow. We understood the market कि market में पूरा दिन भर ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है. We'll come back again tomorrow and then we'll sell our apples. This is the same thing that we do in stock trading also. Okay, chalo. And how we analyze these charts, these prices, these 4 prices, is using a specific type of chart which is called candlestick chart. Now, guys, any one of you who does not know what a candlestick chart is, then I will explain. Otherwise, I will skip this part. You can type in the chat box if you don't know candlestick charts. Otherwise, I will skip this part. And yeah, Vedant. Okay. Okay, so quite a few of you don't know. Let me, guys who know it, I'm sorry. Let me quickly explain it in 5 minutes. Okay. So guys, let me stop sharing. Okay. So can you see this whiteboard? Guys, is it visible? Visible? Okay. So let's say this is a chart in which this is 50 and this is 100. Now we have to draw this these 4 prices. Give me any number which you say कि एक stock, let's say stock of company DTU. Okay, I mean, don't mind it. Just take any company by the name DTU. Give me any number between 50 to 100 as its opening price of its stock.
75.
Okay, chalo, 75 पे we mark this line. Okay, give me a closing price. Any closing price whichever you want.
95.
95 पे हमने ये mark करा. Okay, we make a box of this. This is closing price. This is opening price. Okay, give me the highest price that this stock went throughout the day.
105.
Okay, so we make a line like this on top and give me a lowest price.
60.
Okay, we make a lower line like this. This is a candlestick chart. Okay, now because the closing price is more than opening price, we fill it up with green color. This becomes a green candlestick. Green candlestick shows that the particular stock has increased in the day. I mean, in that particular time period, uske prices बढ़े थे. It opened at a lower price, it closed at a higher price. So green candles show that the buyers were more active, or the demand of the particular stock was very high. Guys, those who are typing in the chat box, I just complete this candlestick wala part, then I will take your questions. Okay, so this is a green candlestick. Let's take an opposite situation. Let's say opening price was 75 again, but closing price was 50. Okay, we close this. Highest was, let's say again 100, lowest was 20. We color it red because the closing is less than opening. This chart is a very basic concept of stock trading. Let me show it to you. Okay, let me. Okay. Let's say Hindalco. If we are looking at the stocks, see these red and green. Can you see these red and green candles? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you see these red? Can you see my screen? These red and green candlesticks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a candlestick chart. This is how we do this analysis. You see, since last 1 year, you can see these per day analysis. How are the stock prices of Hindalco's stock have gone up and down? We can look at these numbers on a minute-to-minute basis also. Okay, the big red ones show the prices suddenly fell a lot. The big green ones show the prices suddenly jumped a lot. Very basic level analysis is done using the candlestick charts. Candlesticks are clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let me just quickly see if there are any questions or okay, we have one from Prakash. This was just a statement. How much time should I spend while researching stocks? It depends on how much you want to get into the field. And there are people who start at 9:15 and just end at 3:30. And even after that, they keep on studying. So there are people who are too interested, they spend a lot of time. People who are less interested, they spend less time. Okay, then Hema has a question. How reliable is online trading firms? Like, we don't have in our place. See, Hema, I think these are completely reliable. Zerodha, Upstocks, all of these grow. Why they are reliable is because to get a license to run these firms, to become a broker, you need to submit a lot of documentation to the stock exchanges. Otherwise, they will not let you trade. So if you are able to do trading, then there must have been a lot of verification that would have been done first by the regulatory SEBI and then by the stock exchanges. So you can rely on these. What is the significance of wick length? Okay, Dhruv, I'll answer this. Can you opposite example of candlestick? Okay, let me open that. Okay, so the wick length shows that how much market was going up and down throughout the day. For example, let's say if I give you this example, if I give you a stock like this, okay, and this is the wick length. What do you say? What happened? And this is, let's say, green. Okay, so this shows that the market opened and closed at a very close to each other. The opening and closing are very close to each other. There was a lot of volatility throughout the day. The prices went up, the prices went down a lot. But ultimately, the buyers and sellers, they settled at an equal amount. The prices didn't go too much up. This length of wick shows the volatility. How volatile is the market? How much prices are going up and down? Okay. And this is where traders make money. If the prices are going down, they quickly buy. And when the prices go up, they quickly sell. Okay. Now, let me stop sharing this. Okay. We have a question. Okay. Ninja Hattori. I think this is a nickname. So opposite example of candlestick is basically when the market opens in a particular time slot, the opening price was high and the closing price was low. Let's say the stock price at the, let me just share the screen with you, then you will be better able to understand. Let's say in this, check this red one. In this, the market opened at 437.95 and closed at 437.55. Because the closing was lesser, it is red in color. In this one, the green, where my cursor is, here the closing was higher than the opening price. That's why it is green in color. Okay. So in this time slot can be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, half an hour. It can be any time period. We can even make candles for a month. So in a particular month, this particular month of November 20, the stock price of Hindalco started at 171 and closed at 226. There was huge variance in this particular month. Okay. Okay, red and green denote, the red means the market has gone down. Green means the market has gone, the prices have gone down, not the market, the prices have gone down. Green means the prices have gone up. Okay, then Vijaya has a question about gray market. Okay, gray market. So we as a beginner or as a general traders, we can't go into gray market because gray market my trading is done at a very high level. Gray market is like stocks are just like you and before the IPO level, there is a lot of stock buying and purchasing happening on gray market, which is happening between investors. So some investors are selling their stake to some other investors, and which is not, I mean, nobody can control that. I can sell my stake in any company to anybody. So that is what is gray market. We as retail investors usually can't participate in gray market. Okay, EBITDA is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. So this is a very financial term which we use in income statement. Crypto Freak has a question, daily trading is good or long-term holding is advisable and why? Depends. If you have a steady source of income, then long-term investing is advisable because the money is coming and you can keep on investing in different sources. But if you want to make money, then you need to understand daily trading. Okay, then big length I've explained. Okay, how reliable are chahiye? So I've answered all the questions. Let me go back to my presentation. Okay, can you see my presentation, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, chalo. So candlestick charts we understood. Okay. There is one more type of chart which is line chart. Line chart basically we use line and candle both to understand the trends. Now, what is a trend in a stock market? Basically, let me just this one. Okay. So there are three types of trends: uptrend, downtrend, and sideways trend. Okay. Uptrend is basically when the prices keep on going up and up. The stock prices always. Let me go. Right. Yeah. So we are all drawing. Okay. When the stock prices go up, down, then up, then down, then up and down. Stock prices always go like this. They go up and down because buyers and sellers are always in a tussle. Sometimes buyers become active, the stock prices start going up. When sellers become active or there are more sellers in the market, then the stock prices start going down. So what happens is when the stock prices, these peaks, these, the top peaks and the bottom peaks, both of them are rising, which is called higher top, higher bottom. When this is happening, this is called upward trend. Upward. Okay. In upward trend, we go for a trading strategy which is called long. L-O-N-G. Okay, I'll explain in next slide. I will explain what is long. When the stock prices are going like this down, okay, which is lower top every time and lower bottom every time. This is called downward trend. Downward. Okay. Downtrend. In this kind of approach, we do a trading strategy which is called short. Okay. And any other kind of pattern is called sideways trend. जिसमें ये HTHB and ये LTLB ना हो, that is called sideways trend. Any kind of trend apart from these two. So usme we need to think about what kind of trading we have to do, long or short. Now, okay, we have 2 comments. Can you please suggest few genuine side you can study about stocks? Hema, you guys can study about stocks from in.tradingview. Tradingview.com. You can go to investing.com. You can go, these two are the best ones, in.tradingview and investing.com. Apart from this, if you want to know more about companies fundamentals, then you can go to screening.in. You can also go to Finology. You can go to Finology.in. These two also have good data. Okay. Let me quickly check on somebody was asking long and short. I will explain long and short. But let me just quickly tell you about buying and selling strategies. Why is it important to know about buying and selling? What are different ways in which people do buying and selling? Buying and selling in stock market is always done in form of. Take a second, guys. Just let me connect from my mobile phone data. Is it clear now? Guys, is my voice clear now?
Yes, sir, it is clear. Yeah, sir, it's all right.
Okay, good. So, okay, so I first. Okay. So, buying and selling of stocks takes place in form of bidding. Okay. Always in form of bidding. You are putting a bid to sell your stocks or you are putting a bid to buy your stocks. Obviously, you want to buy at a rate as low as possible and you want to sell at a rate as high as possible. Yeah. Okay. Now, what are different ways of bidding? There are 2 ways in which you can bid. One is that you say buy and sell at any price, which is called market order. A stock is available at 100 rupees right now. You say that jitne mein bhi mile, kharid lo. You want to buy it, 100 रुपए का है, 102 का होगा, 104 का, जितने में भी मिले, but I want to buy this. Whatever is the market rate, I want to buy it at that. That is called market order. Okay. This type of order makes sure that you will get the stocks, but the price is not guaranteed. Okay. The second type of bidding is buy at a particular price, which is called limit order. You say, you see, price is 100 right now, but 100 looks a bit high and prices might come down in a few hours. So you put a bid ki jaise hi 98 pe aaye, as soon as the stock price reaches 98, buy it for me. This is called limit order. This happens for buying also and selling also. In buying, you say, I want to buy at market or market rate or at a limit rate. Okay. In limit order, if you get the stock allocated or if you are able to buy it, the rate will be yours, but there is no guarantee you will be able to buy. Okay. So this is the difference between the bidding and the buy and this is the clear. These are the two strategies: market order and limit order. Let me just quickly show it to you how it looks like. ये था Hindalco या कोई सा भी Aurobindo Pharma. Let's take. I go to buy. यहाँ पे I see two options: market and limit. Market, if I want to buy at market order, I can't specify the price. It will be bought at whatever price is there. Limit me, I can specify the price that I only want to buy it at 10 rupees. Okay, and I can put the buy order. Okay. So this is the difference. Now somebody was asking difference between short position and long position. Let me give you an example. Let me see. We have time. We can do the example. The long position is basically you sell something which you own. Okay, you buy something at 100 rupees, and when the prices become 120, you sell it. This is called long position. Your goal is the prices become high and you sell it. Okay? This is long position. Short position is basically when you sell, you borrow and sell. Okay? Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a younger brother and your younger brother has a cycle. He does not drive the cycle every day. And you feel ki you go and tell him, you feel here iske na prices ke after a year a new cycle model is coming out, so this cycle's prices will go down. So what you do is you go to your brother and ask him, hey, dude, can you give me your cycle for a month? Let's say the new model is coming out after a month. So your brother says, okay, take it, but at the end of the month give it back. Say, okay. You go to the market, sell the cycle in 5,000 rupees. At the end of the month, the new model is launched. This model's prices fall down to 4,000. You buy back the cycle from market in 4,000 rupees and give it back to your brother. Okay? You got 5,000 rupees by selling. You buy it back in 4,000. You make a profit of 1,000 rupees. This is called short selling. When you sell something which you don't own, you borrow and sell. Okay? Any question or doubt in short selling or long selling? If you want me to show it to you how it is done, I can show it to you as well. Any interest in borrow? The question I'm not able to understand. Amit, I'm not able to understand this question. Any interest in borrow also? Amit, if you can unmute and answer, explain the question, I will be able to answer. Siddhant, I'll show it to you how short selling is done on Zerodha. Okay. Okay, let me just quickly show it to you how short selling is done on Zerodha. Can you see my this Zerodha account?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So what you simply do is you select a stock. Give me any stock name.
Bajaj Finance.
Bajaj Finserv. I go to this. Bajaj Finserv is like this. Okay. I want to do short selling on Bajaj Finserv on National Stock Exchange. Okay. So I simply go and click on sell. Okay. यहाँ पे I'm getting an option long term or intraday. Okay. Short selling, if I'm doing on, I can't do long term until unless I have a stock allocated to me. So I go to intraday. This is short selling. I type the quantity 10. Okay, I want to sell 10 shares of Bajaj Finserv. I need 25,000 rupees in my account to short sell this. And if I don't have 25,000 right now in this one, but let's say if I have, I simply click sell and I can put the prices also, market price or limit price. I want to sell at a particular price or I want to sell at whatever rate, whatever market rate is right now. If I feel that thoda sa na abhi badhega price, and I say as soon as it reaches, right now the stock price is 16,195. 16,195. I say कि जैसे ही it reaches 16,200, sell it. Then I put it here like this, 16,200, and I click sell. And as soon as the prices reach 16,200, Zerodha will sell on my behalf. The important point to note here is if I am doing short selling before 320, I need to buy these shares back. If I don't buy them back, I will, the Zerodha will do auto square off, and for every trade, every company, they will charge you 50 rupees plus taxes as a penalty. So nuksan fayda jo hua so hua, they will charge you 50 rupees as penalty also. So make sure if you are doing this short selling or long selling in intraday, make sure you buy or sell back at the end of, before the end of the day.
Sir,
Huh?
Sir, on that screen, could you explain the difference between SL and SLM?
SL or SLM, short stop loss.
Yes, sir. What is the difference?
यार SLM तो मैंने खुद भी ट्राई नहीं करा कभी. Let me just tell you about short stop loss. तो stop loss में क्या
Stop loss is clear. I was asking about SLM mainly.
SLM मैंने कभी ट्राई नहीं करा है इसमें. I will explain it to you. I will send a note to you. I'll ask a professional stock trader from our team to make a brief 5-minute recording, and he will give it to you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. I don't want to give you guys information which I myself am not proud. So that's the point of that. Okay. So, short selling and long selling, is it clear to everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
One doubt, sir. So how would SLBM work here?
How would what work?
SLBM. So we basically lend the shares and other people operate on that based. They borrow our shares and then we get a return,
Nahin.
proportional returns.
Nahin. So what happens is, it's a simple concept. ऐसे होता है, these stocks are traded on the National Stock Exchange. ठीक है? Now what happens is, National Stock Exchange पे all these brokers. So let me just open a new share, whiteboard. ठीक है? ऐसे समझो ये है NSE. ठीक है? NSE से बहुत सारे, if all of you understand Hindi, is there anyone who does not understand Hindi?
Hindi is all right, sir.
Okay. नहीं, वो तो all right वाले fine है. जिन्हें नहीं आता, anybody who does not understand Hindi at all. Assuming that there is no comment, so everybody understands Hindi. Okay, so NSE के से connected है ये सारे Zerodha और Grow, Upstocks, Angel Broking, ICICI Direct. So ये सारे NSE पे connected है. अब Zerodha क्या करेगा? As soon as जो if I am doing any sort of trading ना, the trade at NSE is executed at 3:30 in the evening, after 3:30 in the afternoon. So जितनी balancing होती है कि इसके अकाउंट से इसमें ट्रांसफर होना, इस अकाउंट से इसमें ट्रांसफर होना, इनके बंदों के अकाउंट में, इनके डीमैट अकाउंट्स में ट्रांसफर होना है स्टॉक्स का, दैट एवरीथिंग इज डन, दैट सेटलमेंट इज डन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. ठीक है. So what, let's say if I do place a order on Zerodha to short sell this a particular stock, so that order is not actually executed at NSE. Okay. Zerodha says that it is borrowing that stock on my behalf and selling it on and will sell it. Borrowing it, and at the end of the day, they have to give it back to the original owner. Okay. Settlement के time पे they need to give it back. So all this thing, this short trading works at Zerodha level only. Okay, because Zerodha is Zerodha ने हमसे पैसे लिए and they booked a they did borrow it from NSE. They said कि हाँ I want to borrow it, but actually में trade कुछ नहीं हुआ उसमें. Okay. That settlement at the end of the day is done. So sari short selling is only done intraday. Intraday mein, at the end of the day, when settlements are done, you need to buy back those stocks if you're doing short selling, and if you're doing long selling in intraday, you need to sell those stocks before the day end so that Zerodha can do the settlement with NSE. थोड़ा सा complex है ये वाला concept. You might not be able to understand, or I might not be able, I'm not able to make you understand in a short period of time. थोड़ा से it's a lengthy concept, how this whole trading, this settlement and all between different brokers is done. With NSE, how settlement is done, and how the money exchange happens between the brokers and the this NSE. ठीक है, चलो तो short sell, long sell position हमने कर लिया. Let me just quickly take 5 minutes to explain technical analysis and then we'll go for Q&A. ठीक है, चलो. अब let's consider a situation कि if you go to a doctor, what does he checks first? Doctor checks your pulse, maybe your pulse, BP, your temperature. These are the basic things that the doctor checks. Why does he checks them? He checks it because he wants to get some signals from the body that what is wrong with your body or how is your body behaving. Using those signals, he identifies a line of investigation. If fever is too high, then he will suggest you something. If there's no fever, BP is high, he will suggest you something else. So based on those signals, he decides the next line of investigation. Same is the case, maybe blood test, urine test, whatever. Why does this happen? Because doctors have done throughout lots of years, it was observed that if there is a symptom, if there are some symptoms, then that could mean a particular disease. What doctors did, they analyzed some signal from body and then took a decision based on that signal. Okay. Just like our body is throwing these signals, same is the case in stocks. The stocks also, stock markets also give us a lot of signals. And then to take this, we take decisions based on, we as investors, we as traders, take decisions based on those signals. Those signals can be prices going up, prices going down. Those signals can be prices going up and suddenly stopping. Those signals can be prices dropping down and suddenly stopping to drop. Those signals can be overbought situation. Lots of people have put in demand to buy the stocks. Those signals can be lots of people are putting in demand to sell their stocks. Different signals, people interpret them, traders interpret them and take decisions. This analysis is called technical analysis. There are lots of ways to do it. We do trend analysis, we do trend analysis, we do this pattern analysis, we do numerical analysis using indicators. So there are a lot of ways to do technical analysis, and to take a decision before buy or sell, technical analysis is done by all the traders. Okay. This is basic level पे technical analysis. And now, because we have run out of time, I wanted to cover a few more topics, but now we have run out of time. We'll take 10 minutes to answer your questions, and then we'll wind up the session. So I'm sorry, guys, but technical analysis, it's a very big topic. Achha, guys, do me one favor, because all of you are here. I'm putting in a link in the chat box. Okay, this link is of our YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel, we put videos every day. We put videos on for beginners on stock trading, stock investing, which stocks to buy, which stocks to sell. Recently, we did a video on Zydus Cadila, and Zydus Cadila shares have increased a lot after that. So we do post videos every day. So make sure you follow this YouTube channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel. That will you'll get videos every day on latest topics, and you will learn a lot also. Okay. Make sure you follow this YouTube channel. Baki to there are a lot of sources, but here you will get curated information for beginners. Okay. We have first question, which is from Rushil. Difference between mutual fund and ETF. Achha. Rushil, ऐसे समझो तुम्हें पैसे कहीं invest करने हैं, but you don't know where to invest. So you went to a company which is called let's say mutual funds वाली companies जो होती हैं AMCs. You went to them and said कि यार मुझे पैसे invest करने हैं, मुझे नहीं पता, आप मेरे behalf पे कर दो. और ऐसे आपके जैसे बहुत सारे लोग पहुंचे, उन्होंने एक फंड क्रिएट करा सबका, और वो पैसे उठा के किसी अलग अलग स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कर दिए. This is called mutual fund. कि a lot of people collected money, and that money is invested by a fund manager. That money is invested by a trained professional fund manager in different stocks. The goal is to increase your money. Okay? That is mutual fund. Then there comes another concept which is called index fund. Now, index fund में क्या होता है? Index fund करते हैं. Your money is not invested in any stock. Your money is invested in specific index-based stocks. कि जैसे National Stock Exchange है, उसका Nifty 50 index है. Nifty 50 has 50 companies. So if index fund is based on Nifty 50, then they will only invest your money in companies which are part of Nifty 50. Their goal is not to increase your money by a lot. Their goal is to increase your money just by the number at which that index is growing. So if NSE is growing by 10%, your money will never grow more than 10%. Mutual fund mein, their goal is to increase it by more than 10%. This is index fund. ETF is a step further. जैसे स्टॉक्स होते हैं ना, आईपीओ में कंपनी ने आपसे पैसा लिया, आपको शेयर्स दिए, and then those shares start getting traded on stock exchange. इंडेक्स फंड में कंपनी ने आपसे पैसा लिया, आपको इंडेक्स फंड एलोकेट कर दिया. दैट इज इंडेक्स फंड. एनएवी होता है उसका, उसके यूनिट्स होते हैं, तो उन्होंने वो एलोकेट कर दिया. उन्होंने अगर कंपनी इंस्टेड ऑफ एलोकेटिंग इट टू यू, जैसे कि दीज इंडेक्स फंड्स विल नाउ बी ट्रेडेड ऑन स्टॉक मार्केट, दैट इज कॉल्ड ईटीएफ. जैसे स्टॉक्स स्टॉक मार्केट पे ट्रेड होते हैं, ईटीएफ स्टॉक मार्केट पे ट्रेड होते हैं. दैट्स द डिफरेंस. Okay. Tejas has a question. Can a student invest in stocks if he is 18 plus without any guidance but with personal knowledge? Obviously, invest करना तो कर सकते हो. नहीं, पैसा कमाओगे नहीं कमाओगे, कितना गंवा दोगे, that is different. But yes, if you are 18 plus, you can open a Demat account. You can start investing money. Obviously, you need no need for any professional guidance. You need to learn. I mean, learn करोगे, सीखोगे, धीरे धीरे सीख जाओगे. Okay. So guys, I'm sharing a feedback form with you guys. Can you please fill up this feedback form? This is for our own information, our self-assessment, that okay, how much did the students like the class? How was it informative? Was it not informative? Please fill up the feedback form before leaving. And any other questions which you have, you can ask me. Okay, if there are no other questions, Samyak, over to you.
Yeah, okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much for so much insightful knowledge. And I also want to announce that we have our day 3 of boot camp, and it will be basically on swing trading, and we will be looking to the past trades and also the future opportunities on the charts, and we will be also sharing some real life examples of our own members and the trades which have worked and also the trades which have failed, so that you get all the knowledge about it. And we will be also sharing the chart patterns and support resistance patterns, everything. So it would be a really insightful and practical day. So I hope all of you join us for the day 3 of the boot camp. And now you can leave.
Okay.
Thank you so
Dhruv,
much, everyone.
Dhruv has a question. Can we do intraday with 9 to 5? Intraday, you can start at 9:15 in the morning and it ends at 3:10 to 3:20, depending on your broker. Your brokerage firm, like Zerodha stops it at 3:20, others stop it at 3:15 or 3:10. So you need to check with that. How much margin amount should we have for intraday? Vijay, it depends on how much you want to do it. So you can start with, let's say, 5,000 rupees and or maybe less, 2,000 rupees, and you can start exploring it a bit. Start buying some stocks, 5 stocks of this company, 5 stocks of that company. Start with a basic goal that, okay, I want to make 50 rupees in a day. I want to make 100 rupees in a day. Set small goals, see how you're doing there. Learn the basics of stock trading, learn how to do indicator analysis, how to do these pattern analysis, how to identify support, resistance. And then based on that, start doing this margin intraday trading, and that way you can do it.
हेलो
Yeah.
हाँ सर, हम लोग ये म्यूचुअल फंड ऐप का थ्रू से बाई सेल कर सकते हैं मोबाइल ऐप से, और वो भी डीपी अकाउंट में ही हम लोग का डिपॉजिट होता है इफ वी परचेज म्यूचुअल फंड. हाउ विल वी नो दैट वी हैव बीन अलॉटेड दिस मच यूनिट्स?
So if the mutual fund you are buying through Demat account, there you will get all the information, how many units have been allocated to you, at what rate they have been allocated to you, and when you sell them, the money gets transferred to your Demat account. From there, you can transfer it to your bank account.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Tejas has a question. Is opening a Demat account hard for a student? No, Tejas, you just need your PAN card, Aadhaar card, and phone number linked to Aadhaar card. Should be with you because you get OTPs. So that's all you need. You can easily open a Demat account. Demat account, let me just share the link with you. If you want to open any of these Demat accounts, here are the Demat account links. You can use these to open your Demat accounts. If you use Grow, you will get 100 rupees as a referral bonus also. Okay, Vignesh has a question. Will you need to pay tax if profit is less than 1 lakh per annum? Vignesh, what happens is that you need to pay tax, but you can claim it back. Okay? Because it is income from other sources. So they will deduct the tax and give it back, give it to you, but you can claim it back. If your income is less than 1 lakh, you can claim it in your tax filing. So you will get a refund. Okay. So guys, if there are no other questions, we can wind up the session. Thank you, Samyak. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Guys, please follow the YouTube channel and please fill up the feedback form also. ये रहा YouTube channel. Please make sure.
Just a second, everyone. For tomorrow's session, we are going to, it was our plan to have support resistance to be covered today, but it couldn't because of a lot of doubts. So what we are going to do tomorrow, we'll be covering support resistance and price action, and based on that, we'll share previous swing trades that I and my friend have done, and a few good trades, a few trades which have failed, and we'll be sharing all those examples with you, and what all other things you can look about stocks other than technical analysis for swing trade. So make sure that you join tomorrow's session, as it is going to be very amazing and very practical session, because we'll show you everything on charts and basically the way we think while we are picking up trades. Thank you very much for attending to today's session.